He was gone. At the time, no one knew if he would be coming back. However, Nike still kept his line alive. This is the Air Jordan 9 and the story behind the shoe. In October of 1993, Michael Jordan announced to the world that he was retiring from basketball so that he could play baseball. The basketball world was shocked. Jordan actually ended up signing a contract to the Birmingham Barons, a minor league team affiliated with the White Sox, and he wore the number 45. Despite this change of heart, Nike continued with the Air Jordan line and introduced the world to the Air Jordan 9. Speaking of the world, with 3 championships and a recent gold medal under his belt, Michael had become the face of the NBA and their aspirations for going global. Nike, or Tinker in particular, honed in on this movement and made sure to include Mike's global appeal as part of the Jordan 9. Assisted by Mark Smith, Tinker took the Air Jordan 9 in a different direction that worked surprisingly well on the court and with added cleats on the baseball field. First, you should know that Michael never actually wore the Jordan 9 on the court, though they did end up on his statue outside the United Center in Chicago. However, other players were starting to rock Jordans on court, and special versions of the Jordan 9 were seen on Penny Hardaway, Kendall Gill, B.J. Armstrong, and Mitch Richmond. Mike was still under contract with Nike, even though he wasn't playing basketball, and Nike hooked him up with a custom pair of Air Jordan 9 cleats to rock during his baseball career. Well, as for the design of the Jordan 9, it was one of the more simple looks of the Jordan signature line, with a mix of material on the upper, including leather, nubuck, and mesh. Small details like the sparkling nubuck rand gave the shoe a distinct look, while holdovers from the previous model like the inner booty sock liner kept the shoe familiar. One of the most recognizable areas of the Jordan 9 is the one-pull lacing system, which, as the name implies, makes it easier to tighten your shoes. On the upper, Mark and Tinker used a molded midsole to build out square tooth-like additions near the toe and used the rest of the lines of the shoe to lead you in that direction. The heel boasted a molded plastic globe graphic with the Jumpman logo, a nod to Mike going global, and the outsole features words in several different languages that translate to dedicated, intense, sport, athletic, graceful, and more. As with the rest of the Jordan line, the Jordan 9 has been retroed several times and was even introduced as a low-top shoe at one point. With no namesake to rock it on court, the Air Jordan 9 doesn't have a lot of stats to back it up, but it did get plenty of love from some of the younger guys coming into the league. This marked the birth of a global superstar, even though for that season, his star would shine for 9 innings instead of 48 minutes. I am your host, Jacques Slade, and this is the Air Jordan 9.